present the Michael Balcon Award for Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema is the very lovely Timothy Spall. A man who proves you don't have to be a hunk to want to go to bed with him. Don't be jealous, Pager. The too gorgeous Timothy Spall.
These are really heavy, you know. They're quite. Anyway, I was going to prepare a speech, but anyway, I'll just improvise. But I think, you know, the thing is about why I'm so pleased, really pleased about being asked to present this award is because the man who's getting it really deserves it, which is one really good thing. The other really good thing is that I'm really chuffed as well because I think he's a mate of mine as well, which is really nice. And I actually think he's really one of our greatest filmmakers, and he's getting greater and greater. And I think we've got some clips of his work and some people who have worked with him talking about him. So should we have a look? He dramatises the undramatisable. He makes the normal and the drab and the mundane. He raises it up to a standard of, you know, comedy and tragedy. 1 minute you're laughing, next minute you're crying, and sometimes within a split second. It's a bit like that working with them as well, actually.
I knew of his stage production of Bleak Moments because it had been at the Royal Court, and at that time, my production company, we had a kind of policy of trying each year to do a film for a young film director. And what intrigued me was the idea of a film based on an improvisation. I was very impressed by how much like Mike Leigh was, even when he hadn't done any films at all. He already had a sort of absolute deep conviction that this was what he wanted to do. This was the way he wanted to do things, and there was no other way.
Well, the whole process of working with Mike starts once you've bribed him to get on the film in the first place.
Or slept with him.
So you present him with a list of characters, acquaintances. You don't have to know them very well. And at the end of a period of time, it could take a day, it could take a month, he'll decide which one you're going to base your character on, and that's just a starting point, really. It doesn't end up anything like them because there are so many departures from that.
What you doing here?
It's all right.
What's happened?
Nothing's happened.
Mandy's come to take you home.
Aye?
Yeah.
Oh.
It all starts with nothing at all, really. I mean, I believe he's never told me exactly what goes on in his head at the outset of a project, but I don't think there's much of a concept at all about what it's going to be.
You don't make the decisions about what the character does. It takes care of itself, like Aubrey in Life is Sweet. He thought he was charming, handsome, a marvellous cook, and a bit of a catch. I mean, and I was always playing that totally in the character. I mean, from the outside, objectively, he's a fat, useless cook, twerp, who could never get a girlfriend.
Hi, Natalie.
It's Nicola.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Bought a pineapple.
It's a very fulfilling experience as an actor because you do feel like you've created the character from scratch with Mike, and you feel, oh, this is something, this is a creation. I do actually think that Life is Sweet is a lovely film, and I think all the actors in it are wonderful. I'm just so great. Oh, they're gorgeous. I love you all. I'm sorry, it was just getting so naff then. Oh, it's lovely. My hair's falling out.
Yeah, well, stop pulling it then.
Still falls out.
It's really nice hair.
You take the piss?
No. I mean it. I'm sincere.
Bollocks.
Mike was inside Mark's head too, which was good. If I couldn't get a good angle on something, he would, you know, direct you like a director and say, you know, why doesn't Mark do this? And I'd go, yes.
Of course I've been down the pub.
Guess who was there? She really likes you. Ailey. You know the bird I mean, don't you?
Quasimodo's daughter. You're well in now. She loves intelligent people.
Michael is very, very good at diffusing the old impulse to audition for the camera, to impress, to show off. He refines it, boils it down to something that is the only way that character could behave in that situation. Because if you show off too much, I think you should produce a yellow card, a warning card, and after 3 warnings and a red card, the equity card should be taken away from that actor. You know, it's atrocious. Cannot have it on the film.
I am dead worried about Julie. Do you think she'll be all right?
Well, see, you are worried about it, but I told in the car about all this. You are probably more worried than Julie about this. She's a tough girl, that one.
Often you don't see the acting in his films. People are so real in it, it's almost unbearable.
I think that he doesn't sort of go for somebody like Susan Sarandon in a Mike Leigh film, because he knows that it would be highly unlikely for somebody like Susan Sarandon to be living in Enfield or living in Cheadle Hulme. If he's going to have somebody playing a working class character, he invariably chooses somebody who is from a working class background, because they do know that world.
Would you rather have, boy or a girl?
Don't mind really. One of each. What would you rather have?
I'd rather have a rusty spike shoved up me.
You can look at Mike Leigh's things and say people aren't like that. Obviously, that's one criticism people come up with. All you got to do is go on holiday and look round the pool, and you find out people are like that.
Keith, no, you always tell me to chew everything 72 times. But I don't think that can be right, because, for instance, you're chewing nuts now, and they have to be chewed 72 times because they're very hard. But earlier on I was eating mushroom, and I only got as far as 31, and it slipped down my throat quite naturally. So it doesn't always have to be 72 times, does it?
Compassion is the word for Mike. A compassionate eye on human behaviour.
An archetypal Mike Leigh scene is just around the corner from you in your own home. That was good, wasn't it?
It was good.
And that's what Mike presents, people behind doors, you know, in their strange little worlds, relating in their strange ways to each other.
The important thing is to use your discretion.
I looked at Maverick in the dictionary only 2 days ago, and apparently it's a young little cow that's not been branded. So if Mike Leigh's a maverick, it means there's a little cow that's not been branded. And you could say that.
Listen, does anybody mind if I scream here? Is that okay with you? Because I'd feel better, but it won't take long.
He's the best actor-director I've ever come across, or probably ever will come across. He understands how an actor works and creates a character better than anybody.
He's complete in his own orbit, in a way, which is rare in a lot of fields, but particularly in the cinema. And it may be that the latter half, when people look back on the latter half of this century, film-wise, that Mike's films will reveal more about how we may have lived rather than the kind of entertainment we provided.
I just think there's an out to queer as folk, and that's what he does.
And the winner of the Michael Balcon Award for Outstanding Contribution to Cinema is Mike Leigh.
This is so overwhelming that I don't know whether I can really say anything, but I'll try. Yes, I'm the little cow. I didn't quite catch what it was, the little cow that runs around, the maverick, who people quite remarkably do give money to make a film with no script, and usually with, or nearly always, if not actually always, with absolutely no idea what they're going to get. Thank you.
And now for BAFTA's award for Lifetime Achievement, the Fellowship. It is the most distinguished of awards, which means if you've gotten an award tonight, this one's a bit bigger. Probably has 2 working eyes instead of just the one. And the head swivels. So here to present the award, who's come all the way through that channel, is Irene Jacob, star of Othello, 3 Colors Red, and others I cannot pronounce. Irene Jacob.
Good evening. The Fellowship Award is the highest accolade the British Academy can bestow. And this year, for only the 2nd time in the history of BAFTA, the Academy has chosen to honor a woman. To quote Rimal, what makes her an exceptional actress is that she's an exceptional and passionate person. It's difficult to compare her with others. Nobody has, in front of a camera, this unique capacity of seemingly doing nothing, of being simply enormously present. Let's see her in action.
Vous n'avez pas vu Monsieur Tavernier ce soir?
Non, madame.
Il n'a pas téléphoné?
Non, madame.
L'amour peut naître d'un regard. Jeanne, en un instant, sentit mourir sa gêne et sa pudeur. Elle ne pouvait hésiter. On ne résiste pas au bonheur.
On s'est connu, on s'est reconnu, on s'est perdu de vue, on s'est perdu de vue, on s'est retrouvé, on s'est séparé, puis on s'est réchauffé. Chacun pour soi est reparti dans le tourbillon de la vie. Je l'ai revue un soir, ah là là, elle est retombée dans mes bras, elle est retombée dans mes bras.
Vous êtes 2 idiots.
Moi, je n'ai rien dit et je n'approuve pas forcément ce que dit Jules à 2 heures du matin.
Alors protestez.
Je proteste.
E poi ti sei svegliata e sorridendo ancora nel sonno mi hai baciato e ho sentito che non dovevo temere niente, che noi saremo sempre come in quel momento, uniti da qualcosa che è più forte del tempo e dell'abitudine.
Di chi è questa lettera?
È tua.
On a chanté Genève et ses montagnes, on a chanté Vérone et ses amours, on a chanté les guitares d'Espagne. Oui, mais Paris l'emportera toujours. Minois, fripons, gambettes légères, Suzon, Fanchon, Lisette, Zounini, femmes du monde ou roses de barrière, et tout cela qui...
Il partait pour un long voyage dont il connaissait les incertitudes. Il ne savait pas s'il retrouverait le bonheur de leur première nuit. Déjà, à l'heure dangereuse du petit matin, Jeanne avait douté d'elle. Elle avait peur, mais elle ne regrettait rien.
For me, Jeanne Moreau has always shown courage in her approach to a character. She's not sparing to reveal all the light and dark side of a role, and as a result, she brings to the screen a very special and challenging quality that enriches each part she plays. Félicitations à toi.
I'm so very fortunate because I didn't have to go through all the waiting, you know, or the agony and biting my inner fingers, and the winner was me. I knew it. I was told. There is something absolutely exceptional tonight because the first fellowship was given to Alfred Hitchcock in 1971, and since then, only one woman, 1973. And you girls in the film industry and television industry, don't forget the gates to the BAFTA fellowships are opened. Good luck. And thank you.
Well, that's it for another year of BAFTA Craft Awards. And BAFTA thanks Lloyd's Bank for supporting the event. And I'd also like to thank Lloyd's Bank for allowing me that tiny little overdraft we were talking about in the lobby. If you didn't win, try to hold yourselves together till we go off the air. Then you can cry into your souffles for all I care. And to the winners, hold on to those BAFTAs because there's someone else coming up behind you. Come on, Peter and Kevin, walkie.
Other awards presented at the ceremony were for Best Original Television Music, Persuasion. Best Television Graphic Design, BBC Two Christmas Animations. Best Television Costume Design, Persuasion. Best Fictional Television Sound, Loved Up from Love Bites. Best Factual Television Editing, The Betrayed from True Stories. Best Fictional Television Editing, Go Now from Love Bites. Best Film Sound, Braveheart. And the Post Office BAFTA bursary was awarded to Julian Hill.